Hello, I am Pete, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas Challenge of Challenges. The challenge for this episode is No Stimpaks. I am not allowed to use Stimpaks during this episode, which means that any healing I do has to be done by other means. So it's going to be a little bit hardcore-y, this sort of episode. In hardcore mode, of course, all healing is done over time. So I'm going to just need to make sure I'm stocked up on other things that can give me healing, like Nuka-Cola, of which I currently have none, and Sunset Sarsaparilla, of which I only have 2. So I'm definitely going to want to pick up some useful things there. Firstly, let's continue some business from the previous episode. While we were in Higgs Village, we picked up some personality tapes, so we have some people to wake up. Let's wake up the active... Let's wake up the jukebox first.
Ooh, yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
What's your purpose here?
Dig, I'm an acoustical wizard, kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
All right. Can you do anything like that for me?
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want.
All right. I want to... do I do a... I don't know if I need to do this to load it up. Let's try that. I found a Soundwave file for you.
Right on, baby. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
All right. Opera Singer is available. Tarantula is available. Right. So now I can recalibrate the sonic emitter.
Right on, baby. Let's spin some grooves.
And then I can give the jukebox my Revelation sonic emitter, and I can reprogram that as Tarantula. Let's do that. The thing about the sonic emitter is I generally don't use it much as a weapon. It's good for opening force fields once you unlock that ability, but as a weapon it's a bit disappointing. The EMP damage doesn't seem... Sorry, just get that out of your system. Oh, okay, you're done? Thank you. Yeah, as a weapon, the EMP damage seems to be really, really underwhelming, especially compared to the pulse gun that you can get from Vault 34 in the base game. And the special effects that it unlocks, they don't really seem to activate very much either. I mean, if we look at Sonic Emitter, where are you, Tarantula? So bonus damage versus robots, power, armor, critical strike, incendiary. Okay, so on a critical strike, it sets people on fire. It just... I've just never gotten much enjoyment out of it as a weapon, so I just keep it as a tool. Right, so another person we can wake up is Light Switch Zero, who I think is in the bedroom. Yeah, no, not Light Switch Zero, Light Switch 1. There we go.
Oh my, partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
What function do you serve?
Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
What were the results?
We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Right, can you turn those lights on for me?
As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights.
Okay, so for now,
Certainly.
Light Switch doesn't do
I'm looking
anything
forward
for
to
me.
it.
However, the book chute does.
Ah, good day, citizen. Library Processing Unit 232.7 is online and ready to eradicate sedition.
Eradicate sedition?
Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, full of seditious, treasonous, complicated thoughts. Just dump them in and lickety-split. I'll have them pulped, scrubbed clean, and pressed out again clean and white and sedition-free.
All right, so you make blank books. What's the point of that?
Blank books are better for the mind, citizen. Real science by real men in lab coats has proved that introducing outside thoughts confuses the brain. Blank books encourage the reader not to question, but to blindly and zealously accept what's put in front of him. Also, I suppose you could use them to keep a journal.
Now, I don't know if it's just me, but in many ways I find a blank book to be more dangerous because that stimulates new thoughts. You know, with a book that contains, like, I don't know, material that the government has put out that they're happy with, they can control the narrative. But yeah, this is all just kind of, I don't know, it's painfully poignant, this. I'm certainly very, very conscious of the fact that, you know, it is the done thing nowadays to make people unable to question. So yeah, this all, it's a little bit too close to the bone. Anyway, so blank books. Yeah, I think I could find a use for those.
Now you're thinking like a citizen.
So what we're going to do with these blank books is we're going to use them in combination with the skill book recipes that we picked up in the previous episode to make some skill books. So let's go on to other questions.
Questions are dangerously close to independent thought, citizen.
I know. I have some seditious material for you to process, so I've put 100 of those books that I picked up in the previous episode into my inventory in preparation for what comes next.
Fantastic, citizen. Just input your quantity of seditious material on my interface, and in no time at all, I'll have you a beautiful, clean book. Won't that keep you happy and docile, citizen?
No, quite the opposite. Let's process them books. All right, just wait for all the messages to finish doing their thing. Should see 100 blank books added. Cool. So I now have 100 blank books and 8 Wonder Glues in my inventory. The reason why I've done that is that each of these skill book recipes requires 25 blank books and 2 Wonder Glue. So medicine, repair, science and skill. Let's make all 4 of these up. 1 of each. It consumes the recipe, so you can't make more than 1. Super duper. And now let's go into our inventory and let's read all 4 of those. We have a big book of science, we have a DC Journal of Internal Medicine, we have a Dean's Electronics, and we have a Line Congressional Style. So all 4 of those skills have now gone up by 4 apiece. And look at them numbers. Yeah, don't spend too long looking at them. Right, the next thing I want to do is ammo. Right, okay. So in a recent episode, might even have been the last episode, I picked up the hand loader perk, which will allow me to craft some new ammo types. So let's think, what weapons am I going to focus on using in this episode? So I've got the K9000 Cyberdog gun. I've got a lot of ammo for that, so maybe I should give that a little whirl. What else should we play with lots? This new trail carbine with a scope. We haven't done much with that, but I feel like the 44... Well, let's have a look at the stats. So the 357 jacketed funky point, maybe. What's that got? Increases damage, reduces DT, reduces gun spread. This is just a really good ammo type all round. We should make up as much of that as we can. And I see no reason to hold on to some of the raw 357. So let's break down all of our 357. And let's make all of this stuff that we can. Lovely. And what about the stuff for that trail carbine? What's the alternate alternate ammo? The 44 SWC hand loads. That increases damage a little bit, reduces DT, but it goes through gun condition at 3 times the rate. I mean, that's fine though, isn't it, really? Because I think that repairing weapons isn't really a problem for us. You know, we've got jury rigging, we've got weapon repair kits coming out the wazoo. Let's make up a bunch of that, you know? Let's be brave. So let's do the bulk breakdown of the 44, break down as much of that as we can, and let's make as much of this as we can. 66 rounds. It's not an awful lot, but that's fine.
Salt water into fresh?
So we've got 66 of them. Quite slow to reload this gun, but it's got a scope on it. It does look like I could... Did I not break down everything? No, I suppose I didn't. Okay, we want to break down the rest of the 44 Magnum. See if we can make any more of that. Yeah, loads more. Can we break down any more of this? There we go. Got 130 now of this. And how are we doing for weapon repair kits, incidentally? Because we might need a few more of those as we're going. Not carrying any at the moment. Do I have any in my bed? In my bed? In my bedroom. I have 4. Okay, I should carry a couple of those with me just in case, because, yeah, this thing, the quality is going to drop on it quite quickly. Okay, before we head out into the world, I'm just going to pop into the think tank and talk to one of the brains. Also, there is an item which I overlooked when I was in here last. I think it's just on a table over here.
If you want.
Ah, yes, okay, so it's this table all the way over in the far left-hand corner. This is where Dr. Klein's glasses are. I was looking for this last time. And now I think if I equip... Oh, I don't have Dr. Klein's gloves with me anymore, but yeah, if I equip Dr. Klein's glasses and his scrubs and his glove at the same time, I'll get an achievement. Who have we got in here? Dr. O. Yeah, we'll talk to Dr. O.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
All right, so each of these brains has its own side quest. And you can see I picked up that new quest to talk to all of them. So let's try and get through Dr. O's. Some problem with Robco?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Calm down. Just wanted to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
So let's ask him about his name. Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Oh, we're getting into it. Speech 65. Are you sure? I'm a good listener. Got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Intelligence of 7. If they kept confusing the letter with a number, your name is Dr. Zero?
Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0.
All right, so you want me to call you Zero, or...
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Right. And I don't have enough intelligence to do this, though I have completed a quest. Right. I think I can mentat my way up to this, so let's just drop out of conversation. And let's consume a mentatage. We have 40 mentats. That's insane. All right, let's get ourselves back into conversation here. Talk about the name. Intelligence 9. If you wanted to differentiate the O and the 0, just put a slash through the 0.
What?
Are you seriously confused by this, or are you messing with me?
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
So, is that what you want to be?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. Oh is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Or you may want to stick with O, as in the O of discovery.
Are you coming on Mentats right now?
I am.
Oh, of Discovery, my reflective posterior. Well, actually, now that I think about it, that's not bad. Oh, look what I found. Oh, Dalla, it's holotape and not holodisk. Maybe that's not so bad. All works. I gave me some much-needed motivation. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought-kicking.
So basically, at the end of the day, you have the choice whether he stays as Dr. O or becomes Dr. Zero. And to my knowledge, there's no significant difference. It's entirely a personal thing. Right, let's just get a few more of those worthless caps to test the CIU bar to function upstairs.
I'd have a few left. Let me check.
Not that we're hurting for
there were a
caps.
few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
50. All right, I think we've spoken long enough.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
We need to get out there, because our challenge for this episode is to not use any Stimpaks. And if we're just staying in here talking to people, then, you know, that's kind of a bit half-hearted, isn't it? Right, so we want to go out to Big Mutt. Let's drop into crouch. Let's get this scoped trail carbine out, and let's start playing with it. So for this episode, where I really want to go to is here, Little Yangtze. Set my marker. There's a unique weapon up there, which I really, really like, and I want to go and pick it up. There are a few dangers on the way, but we'll be fine. All of these various quests, we will come back to them later. This is definitely worth it. So let's make our way around to the right, and it won't be long before we have things attacking us. Oh, one thing I did forget to do is stock up on healing items. Right, yeah, we definitely need to go back in and do that. Otherwise, we're going to have absolutely nothing to heal ourselves with. While we're here, we'll get Dr. Klein's glove out so that we can put those 3 things on and get that Hoojima flip. All right, so let's get that out the way. Dr. Klein's glove, Dr. Klein's glasses, Dr. Klein's scrubs. Clandestine? Don't know. Dressed up as that. Anyway, that gives us a few XP. Let's get back into the Desert Ranger stuff. Trail carbine out and meet back outside the front door. What time is it? Evening. Let's fast forward through to morning. I'm not going to force you to endure the nighttime stuff. And yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to head up here, loop round to the right. There'll be some pretty tough enemies, and then on to Little Yangtze. There we go, trauma override harness. Okay, got a sneak attack critical. I'm just going to pick up this location. And I'd like one of these things to come towards me so I can surprise it on the corner. In fact, maybe this is a good opportunity to switch to the K9000. Woof woof. Equip the JFP. And see how this goes. Right, torso. Doesn't seem to be doing that much damage, does it? Okay, it's down at least. And we're back into hidden. Okay, I think I'm going to equip... The problem is, right, if I hotkey that to there and hotkey that to there, then what happens... Yeah, see, every time it goes back to the default ammo type, which is pants. So using hotkeys to switch weapons ain't so good. Hello, you two. Right, so we've got some lobotomites wandering down here. One shot will hopefully take each of them down, because these aren't very tough people. I think a critical would take them down, but I'm not guaranteed to get a critical every time. Right, we should loot. So you've got some stuff that doesn't weigh much. I'm not going to take the incinerator. I don't think I have any purpose for that. There's another one just up here. Okay. Assassinite Fist. I'm going to take that because I can do stuff with that. So I don't know if there's another trauma override harness down here. It's looking like maybe not.
Oh, Klein, did I mention that my zone is forbidden to you?
Forbidden zone? Yeah, got you.
So forbidden.
So I kind of want to get up there where that vending machine is. But I feel like Oh, there's some stuff up here. Yeah, there's a staircase. But I feel like as I get closer to the edge here, I'm going to get detected by some other enemies. Or maybe not, actually. Grab a few more things. Oh, lots of lovely. Yeah. Pre-war monies and wonder glues. Lots of ammo. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so our destination is the Little Yangtze camp, which is just over there. But there are some things wandering around down here. Them Night Stalkers. I feel like this is a good opportunity for a sneak attack. I'm seeing at least 4. Hopefully I can take one of these out. With one shot. No, oh, and there's more. And they're going to start coming this way. Okay, let's switch to the Cyberdog gun. Let's get the JFP out. And I'm hoping that they will all come up these stairs and I can just nail them. Actually, let's just check out the ammo situation here. The JFP versus the hollow point. The hollow point's actually going to be better here because these are completely unarmoured. Hello, guys. You coming up? They've disappeared from the radar entirely, so they are clearly needing to take a circuitous route to get to me. Down to caution. Oh, there they are, but they're not moving. Okay, there's danger. They're coming. Can't really do much from this range. If I fire some bullets at them over there, not much is going to happen. Come on. Okay, this gun is the right one for where you've got Night Stalkers running at you. Beautiful. Love it. Let's loot what we can off these. Tails, bloods, eggs, etc. I see 2 more Night Stalkers at least over there. Oh, hello, what? That sounded really loud. Was that my gun reload noise? It was terrifyingly loud. Okay, so I'm seeing at least 3, one of which is being a bit derpy over there. Let's move towards the derpy dog and see exactly what the situation is. It's kind of derping its way around the back of that building. I think it needs putting out of its misery. I do want to be careful I don't move into the range of other enemies. I don't want to activate more bads than I have to. I think it's just up the top of this hill. Kind of phasing into the ground somehow. It's running away from me. Maybe it's very badly injured. There it is. Okay, and that's that one down as well. Right, let's switch back to the trail carbine. Ah, it's held on to the SWC ammo. That's good. Okay, so now I think there's probably not many obstructions between me and Little Yangtze. I will drop down into crouch periodically just to make sure.
X8 and X13 and X2 are your destination, non-lobotomite. Can you hear us? You must hurry.
Okay, looking good. So there's loads of good loot around Little Yangtze. Let's start up in this tower. Around the outside there is Elijah's Advanced LAER. Really good energy weapon. In my previous series, I was doing a mostly energy weapons focused build, and basically that weapon, that was one of my weapons of choice through to the end of the game. Really, really good. We can also go into this if I can ever find the chuffing door. There it is. Doors, eh? They're tricky. Right, we'll have the light on. Nothing's following me. Okay, what have we got? Some proton throwing axes in the corner. Things I'm almost certainly not going to use. There is a bedroll that I could sleep in if I needed to, but I don't at the moment, still at full health. As always, we'll pick up all the books. The book chute upgrade, mulching. We'll have that. That upgrades our book chute to its best life. I'll grab the wrenches off the wall. Oh, which causes all the rest to fall as well. Interesting. A huge pile more books. Have them all. Bit more Wonder Glue. This is all good for making more of those skill books because we will pick up more of them recipes. The Yancey camp jumpsuit I don't think is a particularly good item, so I will leave that on the person. There's a terminal here where you can read all about these bomb collars and the story behind them. Let's have a little look-see. So we have some log entries. Log entry 1. The government shipped in the first batch of dissidents today, 3 whole trainloads of communist infiltrators. Half of them don't even speak English, so we had to show them where to go with our nightsticks. They got the point eventually. The docs are already talking about research subjects. Guess that'll help advance the war effort. So we're basically in a concentration camp here right now. Log 2. One of the prisoners who speaks a little English, I guess he's become the unofficial spokesman, came to the commandant's not sure, office today screaming about hungry ghosts snatching his people up in the night. The commandant told him to give up the ignorant superstitions of a bygone era and had him thrown in the cooler for 3 weeks. Me? I've seen some of the new robots they're developing here, and I gotta wonder where they get the brains from. Log entry 3. Another escape attempt last night. We rounded them all up and processed the escapees, but these little bastards are determined. We've got triple shifts on the camp around the clock, and the extra hours are eating up morale. Commandant says he's put in a requisition to use the camp as a field test for the new total pacification collars the scientists have been working on. Maybe then I can get some goddamn sleep. So they're using collars to stop them basically misbehaving. We also have some journal entries from Elijah. Elijah we've talked about before. He stayed here for a little while. Day 2, second day at pre-war concentration camp. Kept China citizens here before war. Radiation turned them, had to keep them in camp with collars. Explains why some of these slave collars exist. Always wondered. Some were clearly pre-war tech. Researching the collar frequencies, touchy. Circuit architecture is messy. Deconstructing them taking time. Must be careful. Can't be spotted by local robots. Or insane brains from the dome will try to haul me back there, then research me. So these collars, they become quite a big part of the Dead Money DLC. Elijah takes them with him. Day 3, no sign of that courier from before. He stays out of my way. I'll stay out of his. Been thinking about that Sierra Madre he mentioned. If he's right, I just need to find the casino radio frequency to track it down. Wouldn't need his help. If the working holograms and toxic gas are preserved there, might be easier to study them there with no robots to interfere. And those dispensers might have use for those as well. So again, loads and loads of Dead Money set up here, including mention of Ulysses, who becomes relevant in Lonesome Road. Day 4. Still continuing research. Found way to deactivate collar after some failures. Just a few headless ghouls. It's been hard to go fishing in the camp without one of them trying to run the gate and their heads exploding. Damn collars. Twitchy. Need to ration the mentats. Giving me migraines. And there's also an addendum for day 4. While setting up the radios to monitor dome and robots, thought I saw a glint, scope, from the building on the other side of the compound. Should check it out. Make sure I'm not being watched. Might be that courier. Still, he would have come straight up rather than hiding. Instinct says it's someone else, and you're absolutely right, it's someone else. It will turn out to be Christine. We're going to be over there in just a second, once we've picked up all the stuff that we want to pick up over here. More books. Again, this DLC gives you loads and loads of loads of old books because, of course, of the whole skill book mechanic. Think I've got everything I need from indoors. Let's move on out again and continue looting this place. So there's some loot in here, and there's some red glowing over there. But we're not going to get over there this episode, I don't think. I reckon gathering all the stuff from Little Yangtze is all we're going to have. So yeah, I do want to head into there in a second to pick up some items. But first I'm going to head over to the building on the other side of the camp that Elijah mentioned. This one here, which is where we're going to pick up a really, really special gun. And also some electron charge packs. And some of that. So up here we have Christine's COS silencer rifle. Or have they spawned in already? They have. Okay, just looking at that gun apparently is enough to start the ambush. There are some people are coming. I think. Maybe not actually. Maybe it is picking up. Okay, there's a robot down there somewhere that is vaguely aware of me. Okay, yeah, so when I pick up this gun, the ambush will begin. So what's great about this gun? It is a silenced sniper rifle, and it's a really, really good one. SentryBot Mark III. I'll leave you alone for a second. So yeah, there's It's basically, it's the bomb. This is a must-have for a sniper build. Absolutely essential. Let's take it. We are now over-encumbered. That's terrible. That is not what I wanted. What can I do to deal with that? I need to drop 4 pounds of equipment. Sheesh. Well, I mean, to be honest, I can probably do this bit while over-encumbered, because it's just about shooting 3 people who will come up these stairs. Here comes the first. I think. There he is. Lobotomite, not too tricky. 1 shot to the head should do it. Oh, 1 shot to the head didn't do it, but misfortune showed up. Okay, more shots to be queued up. There we go. There's going to be another one coming up afterwards. Let's get the reload in while the going's good. And this time I'm not going to be so overconfident and queue up multiple shots. Who's next? In fact, maybe the Cyberdog... well, this thing's equipped now. The Cyberdog gun perhaps would have been a good choice here, but we'll make do with this. Lovely. And that's the 3, and they're down. We're back into caution because there's still a robot wandering around. We need to do something about our weight situation.
There is no standing on the green pipes. If you are standing on the green pipes, please get off them at once.
So my health has dropped ever so slightly, so I could take a sunset... Oop, cancel. I could take a little something to heal up, like a sunset sarsaparilla. But, I mean, that's not really going to drop me that much. Do I have... I think I'm just carrying just shed loads of weapons, really. That's the problem. I don't really want to drop any of these. I should have really rationalised what I picked up before I came out. Don't want to drop the Saturnite Fist because they're worth it. I think... is it just going to be books? Do I just need to drop some books and pick them up later? Okay, there we go. That's sufficient. They're all up here. I'm going to need to get out of caution so that I can fast travel. Okay, so I'm going to drop off a whole bunch of the weapons that I'm not using today and a whole bunch of the miscellaneous stuff that weighs things. Okay, that'll do, I think. Let's head on back out. Let's fast travel back to Little Yangtze. And let's go and pick up all those books from on top of that building. Don't want to let a single book go to waste. Oh, there's a robot there. I'm in danger, but it doesn't seem to be turning and shooting at me. So it's not that much danger, really. Oh, interesting. Oh, please don't tell me I've fallen into an out-of-bounds area. Right, I think we need to reload and autosave because a mod that I use has allowed me to glitch through into an area I'm not supposed to be in. Alright, so we're currently in hidden, so actually maybe I should take out this robot while I've got the upper hand. Headshots. That did very little damage. Okay, at the moment it's not really attacking back in an effective way. I'm not sure what it's doing. It's trying to, but nothing at all worthwhile. There is another one just down there. But maybe I can loot this and get back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to drop a quick save this time before I try and pick up these books in case the same thing happens again. I'm just going to make sure my crosshair is actively on each of these items before I pick it up. I'm in danger again. Well, I have more important things at the moment, which is trying to pick up a book. Oh, it nearly happened again. Okay, I'm not seeing any more books up here. The robot is wandering around down there. And hopefully this is a good shot, a good place from which to attack it. Yeah, this thing's not doing a very good job of fighting back whatsoever. Cool, that's what I wanted. Alright, time to head inside the camp. Oh, and I've leveled up as well. What shall we buy today? To be honest, I'm really happy how all these things are progressing. I feel like more sneak is going to be useful. Let's round that up. And then we've got 6 points, so I might just do some of my good old-fashioned up rounding. So let's put 1 into there, 3 into there, 1 into there, 1 into there. It feels kind of wasteful to put a point into speech. Where it's at now, because I've got apparel I can wear to boost speech, I think, and I've got the magazines, I really shouldn't put any points into speech. Likewise, science, I can boost them up to 100, no problem. What else could I put a couple of points into? I suppose unarmed might be worth having a bit more for the occasions when I have to use unarmed. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's head on in here. I think there are a couple of skill book recipes in here. There are also a couple of people wandering around. Now, the interesting thing about them is because of the collars they're wearing, they can't actually leave the camp. If they try to, they will die. So I can use that to my advantage, but then, also I can just use my gun to my advantage in that fashion. Hello, you. Taking more than one shot for him. Okay, I think I need to make a runner for it because I don't have any AP and they're all coming to me. So, yeah, I'm just going to cheese it. You coming? No, in that case, you're going. I shall steal your smokes. And it looks like there's now no one left in here. Okay, so now comes the bit where I look for the skill book recipes. Oh, look, there's one. Survival. I will just check in the footlockers and other storage in case there's good stuff. And let's have a look around in here as well. It looks like some kind of barricade's been erected here. But as far as I can see, there's nothing worth having behind it. Okay, let's check out the other tents. And yeah, there's a robot wandering around out there. I need to be careful that it doesn't see me, because that could work out. Well, I mean, obviously I'm more than equipped to fight back. But so far, most of the fights against robots I've managed to succeed just by dint of getting to a place where they can't effectively fight back. So, as always happens here, I'm failing to find both of the skill book recipes. I'm pretty sure there is a second one, but I can't remember off the top of my head where it is, so let me just check some notes. Okay, so no, I'm misremembering this. There was only a single skill book recipe in here, so that's all good. I think I have all of the valuable loot from here. Nope. Robot's seen me. That's awkward. 2 robots. That's very troublesome. Well, let's see if the JFP can do the job. Firstly, how's my weight? Let me just check. 152. Okay, that's fine. We're not in danger of going immediately over encumbered. I'm going to try and take out these 2 robots with a barrage of fire. It's kind of working, but they've got a barrage of fire too. Oh, get some cover behind this guy's corpse. Oh, hello. There's a third one. Sugar. All right, our armor is holding really nicely. Job done. Right. Yeah, that was a decent strategy. Only took a small amount of damage. What is the condition of our armor, by the way? Okay, the helmet's dropped a bit, but the rest of it is really, really taking a mega pounding without losing its condition. Very nice. So that feels like a decent place to end this episode. And we will pick up here next time. I'm just going to climb this pile of mattresses, see if there's any good stuff. Oh, a stealth boy. Never say no to a stealth boy. Let's have all that. And yeah, this is where we will pick up from next time, because there's other quests to be done around here. All my friends have off switches. I think we can get to these locations fairly quickly from where we are now. I mean, one thing to note is I have put away a lot of weapons, But I've got Christine's COS silencer rifle now, which is a fine piece of equipment. So we're going to have some good time with that in the next episode. I hope you will join me for the next episode of Fallout New Vegas Challenge of Challenges. As always, I'm interested in reading your comments, especially if you've got ideas for new challenges to add to the randomizer. Keep things spicy. See you next time, and goodbye.